What is a PEM file and how do you use it? PEM is a container file format often used to store cryptographic keys. It's used for many different things, as it simply defines the structure and encoding type of the file used to store a bit of data. Everything in between is base 64 encoded, uppercase and lowercase letters, digits, plus, and. This forms a block of data that can be used in other programs. A single PEM file can contain multiple blocks. This can be used to represent all kinds of data, but it's commonly used to encode key files, such as RSA keys used for SSH, and certificates used for SSL encryption. The PEM file will tell you what it's used for in the header. For example, you might see a PEM file start with. PEM files are used to store SSL certificates and their associated private keys. Multiple certificates are in the full SSL chain, and they work in this order. The end-user certificate, which is assigned to your domain name by a certificate authority, CA. This is the file you use in Nginx and Apache to encrypt HTTPS. Up to 4 optional intermediate certificates, given to smaller certificate authorities by higher authorities. You'll be given these files from your SSL provider for use in your web server. For example, Let's Encrypt's certbot generates the following certificates. Placed in, etc., Let's Encrypt, live, your domain name. Fullchain.pem is cert.pem and chain.pem combined. This is the file passed to Nginx with the SSL certificate directive. These may also use the .crt extension, if you've self-signed a certificate with OPencil. You'll get a CRT file rather than PEM, though the contents will still be the same, and the usage will be the same. To use your certificates, you'll have to pass them as parameters for your web server. For Nginx, you'll want to specify the SSL certificate, the full chain PEM file, an SSL certificate key, the RSA private key PEM file. After turning on SSL, for Apache, setup is largely the same, but you'll need to use the SSL certificate file and SSL certificate key file directives. PEM files are also used for SSH. If you've ever run SSH keygen to use SSH without a password, your .ssh id RSA is a PEM file, just without the extension. Most notably, Amazon Web Services gives you a PEM file containing a private key whenever you create a new instance. And you must use this key to be able to SSH into new EC2 instances. You'll have to use the I flag with SSH to specify that you want to use this new key instead of id RSA. However, this doesn't persist across reboots, so you'll need to run this command on startup or add it to your macOS keychain. Of course, you could also always simply append your primary public key to the instance's .ssh authorized keys after you've signed in once. But this method should work out of the box for any new instances going forward. Text source, cloudsavvy.com